There's like no free-for-all lobbies at all. Like at least that doesn't have like a shit ton of people in it, like noob tubing or something. I guess I'll just try out some team deathmatch. So last night, okay, I had a whole shit ton of issues with my computer. I don't know what happened. I didn't change anything. Nothing new was downloaded. No updates or anything. I check everything every single time that I have an issue with the PC. I always go through all of the updates. I run system scans, defragment. I'll do recovery shit like that, and then eventually those problems will go away, but they come back. The entirety of yesterday, I couldn't even really play on my PC much. It was just kind of like I could be in a call here and there, and then randomly, since my mix amp is connected to my computer, my microphone's connected to the computer, the mouse and keyboard are obviously also connected to the computer, everything just kept going out. Like it would just randomly have this noise. Like Eminem dropped an album last night, so I'm listening to it, and then randomly in the middle of the song, it will like staticky. I couldn't hear the call that I was in anymore. My microphone stopped working, people couldn't hear me, and I would have to reset all of them. And then after I'm done resetting them all, about 30 seconds later, it'll do it again. I couldn't even see shit. Flash with thermal is like impossible to see. So I basically did everything in my power to be able to try to fix the computer, and it wasn't really doing much for me, and I just decided to shut it off for the night and hope that it works today, and it's working so far. The good signs is that when I turned the computer on, I had to be away from it for about 20 minutes, and within that time frame, definitely it would have had some issues. So when I came back to it, everything seemed to be working perfectly fine, so I just had to sit here and hope. So with that amount of time that I had where I couldn't do shit on my PC, I had plenty of time to sit here and play some free-for-all last night, and ran into a good amount of people. Didn't hit any fucking clips. Got really close multiple times, but didn't really hit much. The lobbies playing a little bit differently from how they were before the whole, you know, backwards compatible thing. People just play differently than how they used to. So that's taken some getting used to for me. I mean, obviously I can adjust eventually, but also the Blackout dates were also announced. So the Blackout beta is going to be lasting an entire week. I'm not all that super excited to be playing a battle royale game, but obviously I'm excited for Call of Duty in general. Also, this cotton candy G Fuel's no fucking joke. This shit's good as fuck. I wasn't expecting much, honestly. Like, I'm not huge on cotton candy, but this shit is good. Why is my camera so shiny right now? It keeps auto-adjusting. Stop doing that. And the funny thing is, there are still people that are boosting. Listen, if you ever join a lobby with me, like a free-for-all lobby, anywhere, any game mode, it's just that free-for-all is probably the most popular to boost in. I've seen people do it in Ground War, even TDM.
Hey, FaZe Jev, what up, man?
Yeah. Now, I mean, it's not like it really matters that people are boosting anymore, right? Back then, it was kind of cheap, and it just kind of ended up being a thing where it's like, well, nobody really cares, so obviously if I just go and boost, there really shouldn't be that many people that have a problem with it. Just because the game is so old and everybody's got the camos and this person has fall, I just want my fall camo, so I'm gonna boost for it, right? That's what most people figure in their heads, and I completely understand that. Am I wrong for not wanting somebody to get a free nuke in a free-for-all lobby hiding in a corner when I can't do shit about it at this speed that I can't keep up with? If I stay in a lobby with boosters, I'm almost guaranteed to lose because they're just gonna call in all their kill streaks and whatever with all their headshots, just everything. I can't win any of those games, and then I can't get the final kill cam, I can't get to any of that. So obviously, I go out of my way to go and kill these boosters. I have a class specifically designed to kill people that boost in my lobby. So anybody else that gets into a lobby with me, hey, help me out, okay? I got too many times where I get into a lobby and people don't realize that other people are boosting. There's always this group of people that is always like sitting there super confused as to how or why like the other person got their kill streaks as quickly as they did. And since I don't have a microphone, I can't really communicate it. It makes it harder and harder and harder to actually kill them when it's a lobby of a whole bunch of people that it turns into a sniper lobby or something that are trying to kill me a lot of the time. If they see me, they'll go after me specifically. It just kind of happens that way. It doesn't help when I'm actually trying to concentrate on killing the boosters and people are just shooting me over and over and over again. I'm not saying don't shoot me. I'm just saying if there's some boosters, help me out just a little bit, okay? Trying to stop people from basically cheating. Is it a big deal that they're cheating? Not really, but I'm at least trying to have a fair game to some degree. I don't care if you're going for your headshots. It's just, I'm trying to win also. So killing the boosters and then they have to go and find their way back to each other, communicating in their Discord or wherever. That's exactly why they got rid of the tactical insertion and free-for-all and all that shit, and I completely understand why. But it was definitely a fun thing to do, especially whenever you got like the really angry messages from them and shit on Xbox. It was so funny. Did it even give me the kill? I don't even know. The connection, dude, I am not used to this. How much HP does that shit give you? 300, right? Oh my Wish I could have been recording during that whole thing, but you know, PC and shit, like even the Elgato would disconnect, and if it wasn't disconnecting, it would be running or saying that it's capturing at like 25 FPS. It's really weird shit. I think I have some sort of like big motherboard issue of some kind. I think that's what it is, but I have no idea how to replace motherboards, and I'll just buy another PC, not dealing with it. But it may be time to move on to something that's a little less over the top. No more SLI, that's for sure. Fuck no. Probably get that brand new graphics card with the current processor that I have is not exactly the best for gaming. It doesn't run at very high speeds. It just has a shit ton of cores, which is really not the most optimal thing for what I do. It's good if I were to be, you know, spending my entire life in the, you know, editing programs and software and shit like that, but like, I'm on a 4-bar, but it's playing like this. It's really strange. It's weird though. The only urges that I've had to play games is MW2 and, I mean, WoW, basically. Made a whole lot of progress, you know, a few days ago before my PC started shitting itself, so that's on hold. Maybe I can play today, I don't really know, but it's pretty bad. Switched over to Arcane Mage because Fire is, sorry to any of my Fire Mage brothers out there, it's just not, right now, it's not in the best position. It's doing less DPS than the other two, which just doesn't even make sense. It's just doing less DPS than Arcane and Ice by like a substantial amount, honestly. Okay, this might sound like fucking gibberish to some of you guys, but any of you that play WoW, you will completely understand this. I only played Fire Mage for that amount of time that I was playing, for the couple months or however long I was playing WoW for. Started playing on the BFA pre-patch to try to like hair and stuff like that. That's when the whole stat squish happened. I was level 110 playing Fire Mage. I went from Fire Mage doing a certain amount of damage to switching over to Arcane without having any knowledge of how to actually use the class, and I did a substantial amount more damage. I was honestly like baffled at how much more damage every single one of those abilities did in comparison to my Fire Mage. Oh yeah, I stuck with Arcane, and apparently Arcane's actually the #1 DPS in the game, so it's definitely a hard life out here. I love being a mage. Just stand there, it's awesome. I don't really know what I'm gonna make for tomorrow. A lot of people have been asking for Requise again. I just didn't want to upload too much Requise like in a row or say that he's completely back or anything like that, because then people start expecting it and people want it less and less because they're actually getting it. It's kind of common sense, but stupid at the same time. You can really love things, but usually only in moderation. If there's too much of something, eventually you'll get tired of it. So I try to space that out before people start, you know, getting really bored of it. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do with the videos recently. I'm trying to make it so it's not too much of the same thing all the time. Yeah, Blackout beta is going to be lasting an entire week. I'll start on the 10th, end on the 17th. Not really sure what type of player I'm supposed to be whenever I'm playing these games, because this is going to be, I feel like a lot of people are going to try their hardest in this on Blackout for sure. Also don't know about the whole console versus PC thing, how people are going to want to do that. Also don't really know how sniping is going to work in Blackout, because if I can quickscope and if I can almost guarantee myself a sniper rifle every single game, which seems very difficult to do, honestly, I might just be straight up like trying to do some challenges off the start and shit. Sniper only Blackout victory or something like that. Like if they leave it that way, it's gonna be bad time. I don't feel like they're gonna leave it that way. They're definitely gonna have to add like the bullet time, and I know that they did the whole bullet projectile thing, but also there's probably armor and shit too, so maybe they'll leave it around the same, and then that's just up to you if you want to try to quickscope like a fucking idiot. It's not even like running around quickscoping specifically, it's just sniping in general. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. My most recent videos will pop up on the screen here. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and yeah, it's FaZe Jev, guys. Later.